What's up, everybody? Jackson here today with my little brother Chubbz.
Hello, everyone.
And today we're going to be talking about an article I saw recently about Star Wars Battlefront 2's microtransaction cosmetics are back, baby. And here's where they are and what they cost, what you can do with them.
Here's all the info.
Because that's news. Like, it's news that fucking Star Wars Battlefront 2 has cosmetics you can buy now.
Yep.
That's...
And they want to inform the people, all right, well, this is how much they cost, this is what you're doing to get them organically,
okay,
blah, blah.
So today's video is a discussion on this company, EA, DICE, and them flipping the loot boxes into now a very, what appears to be consumer friendly, right? I mean, they're letting you pick what you can buy, but here's the problem. It goes to the same problem with For Honor. It's that if you have these skins up for sale, then I, as someone who knows a little something about someone trying to sell me something, I know that if I buy your fucking game, 60, 30, whatever, my upfront purchase that is required for me to play your game is I don't need to do it.
Yeah.
Because I know that your game is going to be fucking doing the same thing that a free-to-play game is doing. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm going to be able to play something with that quality graphics,
right,
that gameplay, that polished. I mean, from what I hear, they did a huge update on their servers, so it's running smooth. I don't know if that's true.
Still,
but I'm just
that AAA sheen.
It's got a AAA sheen. But the thing is that's fine, because I'm not someone who's buying a game for looks. Right? I mean, sure, gameplay is a huge part of it. But at that point, I got Battlefront 2 Classic, right? Which does everything that Battlefront 2, the new one, does, but I can do it by myself. I don't need to have to get online. I don't have to worry about having enough people to fill a lobby. Like, I can play bots.
They're not divvying you out these limited time matches.
I can get on there. I can play the campaign. A campaign that's like 8 to fucking 9 hours long. That's a good, well thought out campaign that takes me through the universe that I love, that I give a shit about, you know. Star Wars Battlefront 2's campaign is about the New Order and the fucking resistant rebels now. And it's like, hey, that's fine. I understand if you like that, you know, you're into this new series. I'm not. So for me, the biggest thing that would make me buy a AAA, like, multiplayer online only thing, it would have to have some sort of single player content beyond just a short little fucking easy to do dumb bot fucking story mission, all right? I would like a campaign that means something. Then on top of that, I'd like something, because I know that these things can be done.
Right.
This isn't me, like, that's the thing. People say, you're just entitled. It's like, no, bitch. I just know the past.
And let's be honest, all right? These are remakes of earlier games that came before. So if they are not adding anything more to what was already there, then there is no purpose for these fucking new games to exist.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a purpose. It's to make money.
Well, yeah.
I mean, that's what it is. If you're looking at like a Battlefront 2 Classic, like Battlefront 1, Star Wars Battlefront 1, boiled down to 2 or 3 modes that you could play. There was the fucking Hoth one or whatever, that one.
Yeah.
That game mode that was the big scale battles. Then there was the Heroes versus Heroes mode. And then there was like the Deathmatch mode.
Yeah,
that was it. Those were the...
Yeah.
So all the other fucking modes that they have that they're selling as content, all these other modes are dead in the water. Like, you can't play them because they've decided as a company that they don't want to take the extra time to do the extra work to add bots into all of these different fucking things. A bot mode so that you can play any match in the fucking game. You can play not only by yourself, but you can play it offline.
And you can customize the maps, which is what they're doing with limited content.
They don't expand upon the Galactic Conquest game mode, which was awesome, but you could see that, man, they did really, if they would have had more time to flesh this out, like, this could be a game by itself. Just the Galactic Conquest. By nowadays standards, Galactic Conquest could be a game by itself, right? So you get into this situation where I know going in that it doesn't have those things, right? And now on top of that, I know that it has cosmetics as a huge part of the focus of the team. Even though they said it wasn't, and they would never sell cosmetics because it would fuck with Star Wars lore.
But they've already got them out.
Well, yeah, but then on top of that, there was data miners even back then. Because, okay, so let's run under the assumption they had never done it. Even though there were data miners that said, oh, look, here's a character customization screen hidden in the fucking game.
Right.
Right? So obviously they had planned for this. And then they say, oh, but selling a pink Vader would fuck up lore. So the fucking modders put in a pink Vader because they don't give a fuck.
At this point, it's like Disney gives a fuck about lore.
And why do you care if someone in a video game wants to play as a pink Vader? How does that hurt the Star Wars lore?
Oh,
Darth Vader would never be in pink. So, the guy playing him or the lady playing him right now would be, so now he's in pink.
Star Wars
I'm sorry to break it to you, but that's not Lord Vader. That's some fucking dude or some chick controlling a character in a game.
The original Star Wars Battlefront 2 broke lore.
I just
want to meet. Make sense?
I know. I just want to meet the new guy that's like, the Last Jedi's fine, but if they put a pink Vader skin in EA's fucking Battlefront 2, that's just gonna fuck up this universe.
Fuck that,
That'll fucking ruin this universe. Vader would never be in pink.
Those over-masculine males who are like, fuck pink. I like black. Fucking Mountain Dew and black.
Pink is for pussies, cause pussy is pink.
Yeah, and I'm a man.
I'm a man. I don't fuck around with no pink, Vader. Yeah, dude, like some meathead all jacked up on steroids.
Yeah, dude.
Like that fucking Bobo guy from fucking...
Oh my god.
If you guys get a chance, sorry, we're gonna have to separate right now. If you get a chance, watch Double Dragon, the movie. It's from like 93 or something. I fucking remembered it so well. I liked it when I was a kid, but we were watching it the other day and oh my god, I could not stop laughing. It's a great goddamn comedy, I'll tell you that. That fucking meathead, like white as fuck, Native American. Yeah, I'm like, what in the
He's got like Native American face paint, and then he's got the mohawk, but it goes back into a rat tail fucking mullet.
Fucking great. Anyway, so that's the thing. So let's say that they didn't though. Well, they've now dedicated all this time not only to like designing the entire grind of their game because they had it built around people wanting to make people buy pay to win loot boxes, right?
Yeah, because it was pay to win.
Yeah, it was like 40 hours to unlock a character or give us a couple more bucks and buy this currency and then you can unlock them that way and then you can unlock loot boxes too on top of that. Isn't that neat?
And then you get random star cards, which make you better.
Yeah, which will make you better. Yeah, exactly. So like they had to redesign that. Now on top of that, instead of doing anything else, they've let out a new mode like Ewoks or some shit. I don't think that they've done that since release. I think that's been done and then they put it in the game now because the game that they released, like, it only had, I think, like 2 or 3 more things to do than the original than the beta.
Than the beta?
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
wow.
like, that's the thing. Like, these games are pretty dry and
bare bones.
Yeah, I mean, it's, and there's a lot of fun to be had there with the competitive play and things like that. But at the same time, like, that's with these online multiplayer only fucking things like Battleborn, where you couldn't play bots.
Yeah.
In Battleborn. Like, I can't make a private match and just play Battleborn with, like, me and my fucking 2 friends. It's impossible. Why? I don't know. I don't know. I wish I knew why they made that decision. Why they decided that something as simple as bots shouldn't be done.
Yeah.
Right? I'm sorry, but sometimes people don't have online fucking connection. Sometimes people will not have online. Sometimes people will just not want to play online. They'll just want to play with a fucking couple of friends.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden, you've created this situation in these games, like Battlefront 2, Battleborn, all these games, you've created where you've taken that choice away from the player, where you're not ever really selling anyone a game. You're letting them rent it for as long as they have internet. In some cases, especially on console, unless they're paying for an online service, right?
On top of the
internet. Then, then they have to hope that there's people online, that the game stays alive long enough for them to be able to get their time out of it. Because now all of a sudden, there's no one online in Battleborn. Big fucking deal.
There's so many games
I spent
like that,
fucking $60 on a fucking game that I can't fucking play.
Yep.
Cool.
Just because the community is not there.
And Gearbox decided not to give me bots. Not to let me run bots.
Warhammer Vermintide 1 on PS4 was the same way.
Yep.
The first Vermintide.
Exactly.
You know, there was just nobody playing, and then when there were people playing, the servers were disconnected due to NAT error because the Sony's a piece
fucking
of shit.
shitty.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Going into it knowing all of that, then on top of that, you're like, okay, well now they've taken all of this time away from fucking doing other things to A, redesign the day one progression system, and B, add microtransactions for sale, cosmetics for sale, that take me 40 fucking plus hours to unlock one. It's stupid too.
Yeah, 80 matches.
If you're like, and it's to fucking unlock a scar.
Yeah,
for Kylo Ren.
A premium skin.
And it's a scar for Kylo Ren.
Like he looked so cool in the last movie with that black scar on his face. Why it looked like he tattooed over the scar.
But the thing is so you have all this information about how long these sorts of things are going to take to unlock. How long, like we're talking 100 plus matches of 20-30 minute games or whatever it is, however long it takes to play those big large scale battles. I'm certain it's in like the 20-minute range at least.
Yeah,
because those battles take a while on the fucking old game.
Oh yeah, and remember, this is all varied based off of how many credits you earn based off of how well you do in a match, which can be as low as like 400 and as high as 700, and that's like 40,000 credits to unlock a premium skin.
40,000 credits, so you're getting 700 per match at a best. Like
if you're the best.
Best hope, best case scenario. So even that's a ridiculous amount of matches.
Oh yeah.
I gotta do the math in my head right now, but that's long enough that you can see that there's a reason that it takes that long to get one.
Oh yeah.
Because you can pay $8-9, whatever it is they're charging in there, and you could get them for fucking $10.
Yep, 10 $10.
And that's when you get into the incentive. Like that's like with fucking Battleborn, when they came out and there's a certain fucking balance that I know that you can find. I know that it's possible where it's you're letting people who want the option of the time skip, because that keeps the fucking goddamn defense. Remember, like that's the defense of fucking EA. That's the defense of fucking Shadows of War.
Yeah.
It was that.
Just time savers.
Yeah, these are time savers. We want to allow things in the game, and that's the way with the Assassin's Creed Origins, too. They were defended the same way with this. They fucking, Ubisoft spit at the fucking line.
Well, I mean,
we want player option for people who want to play the game differently. So if people want to come in and give us a bunch of money and get ahead of the curve and, like, cut out some of the in-game grind that we've made for them, that's fine. We want them to be able to do that. But we don't want to take away from anyone who's just not doing that. We don't want to take away, and that's the line they're walking. They have failed. 100% of the fucking time, they have failed. Okay? Don't tell me this is the best, this is for other people's options, so that if they want to give you more money, but I won't suffer. And in fact, I'll get a live game that goes on forever, and you'll add a bunch of, and then you don't. Okay, you don't do it, because what happens is I buy the game, and now I fucking spent $60 on something that I have to grind like a free-to-play fucking game.
And you decide when I get the content that you've already created for this game that I bought for $60 fucking dollars. This is the AAA market. These motherfuckers are playing it like a free-to-play game models all the time. I hate it.
Here's a seasonal event. Here's a seasonal event.
Yeah.
Look at this free seasonal content we've brought you to sell you shit.
Limited time map of Stormtroopers versus Ewoks. Motherfucker, I can do that on the old one. Why are you divvying out this shit like it's fucking icing on a cake when the old one, like, how?
It's shit icing on their shit cake.
Yeah.
That's the thing, exactly. And people could argue that, but the visuals are updated now. The visuals are different. Like, you don't understand. There's a lot of time and money. And I do understand. But what I'm saying is, if that's going to make your game worse than a game that came before, fundamentally worse, you can't argue with me that either Battlefront 1 or 2, EA's Battlefront 1 or 2, is better than classic Battlefront 2. I can't remember who did it. Cryonic or something? Chronic.
Happy
God of War Day. Anyway, but that's the thing. So you can't tell me that, because I've played that and I played both of them, and no, they're bad.
Yeah,
they're bad.
Well,
sorry.
It's bare bones content. There's no like you said, there's no story mode, there's no galactic conquest. It is a PvP only experience. And then when the second one rolls out, they say, "Oh, we heard the fans. A lot of the feedback that we've heard was, we needed to add a single player campaign." So they added the single player campaign. It's lackluster, can be beat in a few hours.
It's not even the single player campaign that I think most people wanted. I think most people just wanted single player content.
Right.
Something that could be there for people, or for you, when the servers dry up, because Battlefront 2 or Battlefront 1 isn't getting played nearly as much. Like I said, months after release, you were limited to 3 of the modes they sold you. The other modes just weren't getting played. You couldn't get into matches in those modes.
Nobody was playing them.
Right?
Yeah.
So, like, that's the thing. So, like, I think what people were more interested in, I mean, EA took it and, of course, spinned it and spit this fucking line of, like, yeah, but look, this is fucking what we heard, and we heard you well, that you want a single player. I don't think that was it. I think it was not a single player campaign. I think people wanted single player content.
Right.
Instead of just like the 3 like horde modes they had available that was just like you, and I can't even remember how many people you could play with, but versus just waves of enemies that come at you.
Yeah.
It's essentially training. That's what it was. Like, it wasn't like a viable game mode that people would want to play indefinitely. It was something you would play while you were, in between matches or something, and you wanted to get better.
Just something to get the controls
Something to hone
down.
Yeah, exactly. That's what those things were. So I think most people wanted, like, give us more single player content. That's what we want. We want more content that we can play by ourselves or with our family in the house, or like, give us something that we can play.
Give us more options on how to play your game.
Exactly, because that's the thing. And I don't understand why you wouldn't. That's the thing. Like, of all the things of Battlefront, these Battlefront games, I don't understand why you wouldn't make it so people could host private matches on maps, so that people could play offline every map, and make a decent AI. The AI in the first one's not amazing. It's Pandemic, by the way. That's what it is. But either way, the fucking goddamn thing, the AI's not brilliant. It's not like awesome, but it's good enough that when you turn it on hard, it's still challenging, right?
Right.
So, like, you don't have to have the best fucking AI of all time in order to do this. It doesn't have to be the best. It's letting people take you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
like,
more
let people
options
fucking
to
play
the
with
game.
yeah.
I mean, especially in the case of where it's a PvP only experience, right? So some of the game modes, like you said, the community dries up in those game modes. You're trying to sit in a match and you're barely getting paired up with like 4 people after 40 minutes of sitting in a lobby. And so the number one thing there is that would allow you to play that game mode. You want to play that game mode? Fucking play it by yourself. Host a private server.
Yeah, and that'll let anyone else who's interested in coming in and playing this game mode, they'll be able to see your match ongoing, and you're playing it with bots, and they'll join you.
Public.
Because that's exactly, and it's like, when you look at it, you have to question, like, what's the point in them not doing that? It does not make sense to me. Why would you not do that? Because you don't want people to be able to play your game that you're selling them for fucking $60 with a $50 day one season pass?
That's the AAA market we're in. They're defending it by saying, but look how good it is. We spent so much money into this movie technology that's used for, like, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Don't you like good graphics? Don't you like good animation? I'm like, I don't care. I played Wolfenstein from 2009. The character animations in that look goofy as fuck, but the game is still fun. It runs smooth, and the environment looks decent, It's not anything to sit there and be like, oh, this is so good, or write articles about on No Man's Sky. Oh, the grass is so pretty. I don't care. How is the game? How is the gameplay mechanics? How smooth does it run? Is everything worked out? How many bugs are going to be fucking patched after day one?
Yeah,
and
a month later. Are you going to be rewriting your entire progression system?
Yeah.
In the case of Battlefront 2?
Yeah, in the case of Rare, are you just going to fucking throw 100 gigabyte fucking patch? Like, why? Just, what? are you doing? It's all these games are following this free-to-play market in the AAA space, and that's been defended for years by, oh, we're spending so much money to make it look good. But, all right, well, I don't care about how much money you're spending on making it look good. I could give a fuck about how good it looks.
Well, then another thing is like you said, it's like if you're making something that's already come before, what's the point?
Yeah,
That's
this
the
is
thing.
a remake.
So if you're gonna take this series, you're gonna own it now. You're gonna make this game. You're gonna tread in the same paths that Pandemic had walked. Wouldn't you want to make a better game? Wouldn't you want to make a game that isn't fucking wrapped up in controversy over pay-to-win loot boxes in your fucking premium priced games? Right? Why would you want to tread, walk outside of the path that they already walked? They laid the footsteps there for you. They're like, look, you can fucking have it so you can play with fucking offline with yourself, with fucking bots. You can change the number of bots on your team. You can change the number of bots on the enemy team. Dude, it's like, they've already done this. Galactic Conquest, they've already done this. They've shown you the way.
Oh yeah,
EA, DICE, they've laid the golden brick road down, and you come in with a fucking jackhammer and demolish the motherfucker. Just demolish it. And it's obvious as fuck. It's obvious as fuck. And that's the thing is like, I'm getting sick of people defending these AAA games that are doing this very bare minimum fucking sort of game modes with fucking these holiday events and things like that. And they're saying, yeah, but the live updates, it's a live game and it takes a lot to keep the lights on. You don't have to look far at all to see how full of shit that fucking argument is.
Oh yeah.
Because there are low-level companies in this industry that are fucking cutting out a living by fucking, and not even just cutting out a living, making some fucking money, right? By doing shit the same way that these people are doing, but doing it for free.
Yep.
Look at Warframe. Warframe makes fucking tons of money. I guarantee you. This is a fucking franchise now, right? It's got dedicated players, the way that they've treated their players, the way that they've given content, right? The way that they're fair. They listen to the community. Right? They listen to the community, actually listen and implement changes immediately, right? So you don't have to look far to see that, like, when Destiny comes out and they say, we just don't have the money. We need to fucking have these microtransactions so we can afford a live team so we can bring you guys. And you see what they bring you based on that bullshit. Then you look at Warframe. It's not hard to tell that someone in this situation is full of fucking shit.
Yes. These are AAA games. And another thing with Star Wars Battlefront, like you said, with it being a remake, the Poltergeist remake was more of a faithful fucking remake than these games. Let's be honest.
Wow.
Think about that.
You just tried to make me think about that, and I don't want to think about that.
Because,
I want to forget that happened.
Because let's be honest, if these remakes were more of a faithful remake to the originals, they would have all of the content of the originals, and that would be it.
Yeah, but then they'd fuck it up. Don't compare it to Poltergeist. Let's not do that.
Poltergeist
is a god-awful remake that doesn't need to exist.
But
it's a bunch of jizzy-looking fucking ghosts
That's what I'm
inside of a
saying.
fucking
That's
shadow
what I'm
realm
saying.
that's dumb.
Is they just stripped it all down and sold it with this AAA sheen.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's like, all of these things the Pandemic had already done should have just been a priority.
Yeah.
Like you said.
Already in there.
Put them in there and then build upon that.
Yeah.
Because why not? Why do you want to make a game that's weaker than the predecessor that came out fucking so many years before yours?
Yeah, that you're selling the hype of this game off of the predecessor.
Oh, God. I don't know. I don't know why it's gotten to be this point, but I know that there's a line somewhere with microtransactions. There's a line where you can have them. I think that Monster Hunter does it well, and we're going to have a video on that coming up, but there's games, that's the thing, like I said, there's games that you don't have to look far to see how full of shit all these companies are. And we've got a fucking couple lined up for you. I've also been playing the new God of War, which is fucking crazy good. Not God of War, but still really good. It's got certain things that feel like, I don't know, dude. It doesn't feel like a God of War game to me. Right. There's no aerial combat. That's one of the main things I'm kind of disappointed with is, Kratos used to be able to fling him up and fucking hit him in the air and whip him around. and you can't do that now. And like, you're kind of I mean, at least on hard, like, it's better for me not to do that. If I use a combo, all my combos end with them flying away. So, and if they fly away, they can jack themselves up and do like this super beast move.
And all of them enrage.
Yeah, everyone enrages. And so, and that refills their health and gives them more health and makes it so they don't stagger at all.
And they take less damage and do more damage.
I've definitely got some critiques. I'm definitely enjoying it, but I've definitely got some problems with it. So I'm going to be playing that, working on that. In the meantime, we've got one coming on Vermintide and their loot boxes. This little company that's selling their game for $30 fucking. We're gonna have a company about them, or a video about them. We're gonna have a video about Capcom and Monster Hunter World, and I can't remember their name, the developer over there, but what they've done with Monster Hunter World. And I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I hope you guys enjoy those ones. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for being patient with us while we fucking, you gotta get gameplay, you gotta do other things, but I fucking love you guys. Till next time, stay awesome, stay safe. You got anything, Chubbz?
Nah, we'll see you guys.
I fucking love you. Take care.